They say all good things must come to an end. And maybe, with the sophisticated lady, it's a good way to end Integrity Toys' Gem series. This being the Gem and Jerica Benton Flipside gift set dedicated to the episode called, and the song that went with it, Sophisticated Lady. I thought I would start off by showing you this very huge box, courtesy of Integrity Toys. And, of course, when there's one sophisticated lady, there must be another, Delilah. There is the usual Gem and the Holograms actual iconography with the record, the Integrity Toys label. The back of the box is not anything too spectacular. It's not going to give you a history of the doll or anything. It's just going to say Gem and the Holograms. But it is nice to pose the ladies behind, which I will do as soon as I unveil them, which will be like right now. Here they are in their box. As you can see, this is not a one doll, two heads type gift set. This is two separate, fully articulated Integrity Toys bodies with the lighter skin tone. We have Gem on the left, Jerica on the right, both of them in shades of lavender. I'll go into a great deal more detail about that, of course. But then on each side, you also have their separate accessory sets and stands. So this is, if I can just pull this back, I'm actually gonna move the camera, which is probably the smarter idea. This is Gem's accessories. And over here, we have Jerica's accessories. And note, by the way, that they each get their own stand. Also note, guys, because I'm just going to give you the heads up right now, in a second when I take the dolls out and fully pose them and dress them, I'm not going to use their stand. I'm going to go ahead and use the twin stand from the Lilith Eden gift set, because I think that would be a lot more efficient. And, oh, by the way, since they made that double stand, might as well use it. Though I'm beginning to wonder, since I see this piece down here, I'm wondering if that's not also a double stand. I guess we're going to find out in a second when I debox them and talk about the accessories. So let's do it. And here she is. They, she, them. Pick your pronoun for this lovely review. Obviously, again, as I said, two dolls that I've dressed them and fully accessorized them. Obviously, they're going to be a little bit different than how we usually see them. And I guess the first thing I want to talk about is the hair on these two. And the reason I want to talk about the hair is because it is remarkably soft. Not to say that Integrity Toys creates dolls with hard hair, but in this case, their hair is remarkably soft. And both Gem and Jerica have full hair. Jerica's hair, a little bit unusually, and I'm going to turn them around so you can see this. Jerica's hair is straight. I don't remember her having this long or this straight of hair. Ditto Gem having quite this length of hair, but I like it. I like it a lot. And that's actually one of the reasons why, as I'm sure many of you who follow me know, this is the first time I'm doing a female at all from Gem, and this is the first Gem doll I'm doing. I was waiting for a Gem that looked like this, and I'm glad I waited. Definitely worth the wait. Beautiful hair, full heads of hair on both of them. You'll note that they're both wearing hats. Jerica's hat goes kind of with her top. It is a lighter pink than her lavender top and skirt, but we'll talk about that in a second. It matches the scarf she's wearing, which you can see that I sort of just very casually draped around behind her. Jem is wearing, and I will pull this over a little bit so you can see it a bit more closely. Jem is wearing a hat that is purple, but the very top of it is fuchsia, and it is embroidered fuchsia. If you're going to put it on, I would suggest for your sanity that you put the pins in not where the embroidery is, because the embroidery is very, very well done. It's thick embroidery, so it would be tough to push through. So try to pick one of the spots where there isn't embroidery to push the pins through. And let's go ahead, back this up a little bit. Turn the ladies back around so we can see them. Let's take a look at Jem. Obviously, Jem has pink hair. Durr. And underneath that pink are her blue eyes and shades of pink eyeshadow with applied lashes. Very little blush, very light pink lips. Kind of teased out, full of bangs covering her eyes. Jerica's makeup is even lighter shades of pink. Almost no blush at all. Very, like a frosted pink or a frosted lilac, maybe even. Lipstick. Lifting her eyes up. Yep. Luckily, the bangs will cover... Somebody mentioned this, and I was like, what the hell are they talking about? Blue eyebrow. Let me lift this up a little bit, get it closer. It's a blue eyebrow with, believe it or not, darker pinks and lavender around her eyes. Luckily, if you're not in love with that eyebrow, and I'm frankly not, that's why God created the bangs. So you can just look at her lovely face. And she does have a really nice, lovely, lovely face. As they're standing right now, well, to me, it kind of appeared that Jem was a little bit taller, but I think that has to do with the poofy hair. It might also have to do with the shoes, and we'll get to that in a second. Let's go back to Jem. Jem is wearing, Jem is wearing a very lovely necklace, as you can see. Purple, trimmed in, I'm going to say gold, with a yellowish stone in the center. It's all one piece, metallic. And it's not even, if the hook and eye closure just flips, you have to start at the high part of the neck and slip it on. She has a very nice 80s style power jacket with the poofy sleeve. The collar, the bottom of the jacket, which I'll show you in a second, and her cuffs are all matching, trimmed in that same fuchsia embroidery that you see in the hat. The jacket does open with hook and eye to reveal that it is lined in fuchsia and purple, and that she has on a very simple purple camisole underneath, which is a separate piece and goes over the skirt. And the skirt, like most of the jacket, is a solid sateen. Going down to the nude stockings. And the purple shoes matching the shade of the suit with a nice trim at the side of a little flower. And I think I will lift her up, and bring the shoe a little bit closer so you can see that. And see that it has a decent heel. Not particularly chunky, not particularly thin, I should say. It's between thin and chunky. But it is a regular 80s shoe, and by that I mean it's not the double sole that you would see on, let's say, somebody from the industry. Let's get her back on the stand. And take a quick look. Jerica's shoes are your typical 80s booties. Here's a little bit of a thinner heel. Completely different material, not sateen. I almost want to say like it's like a cotton. Almost want to say leg warmer-esque, but that would be crazy. These are lace-ups, but the good news is the lacing is very easy to do and undo. And that will make for ease of putting the shoes on and off, which are usually a problem for me. In this case, they weren't. Her skirt. Oops. Her skirt is like a suit. It's suiting material. I'm gonna say like almost like a cotton jersey blend, maybe. Definitely your traditional suiting material. The skirt is lined in a lighter shade of purple. And Gem's skirt, by the way, since we're there, might as well check. This is trickier. Hers is lined in fuchsia, and you're going to have to take my word for it. As you can see, Jerica is wearing a very simple lilac top. I'll turn it around in the back in a second to see what kind of closure it has. So let's go ahead and do that. Turn it around. And then we will see both skirts have... actually, no. If you'll note, Gem's skirt is going to close with hook and eye. It's just kind of tricky to see with her hair. But it does close with hook and eye. Jerica's appears to be, but I was wrong. It is also hook and eye. For a minute there I thought Jerica's was a zipper. Jerica's blouse will also close with hook and eye. I don't know if it's a bodysuit. I will see if I can tell from unbuttoning the skirt. No, it's a full-on blouse. So now you have the potential for some really nice mix and match pieces, not only between Gem and Jerica, but between the rest of the tribe, you know, integrity, your integrity ladies, etc., etc. And as I said, both of them, I will show you on one side with Jerica and the other side with Gem. In order for this set to even exist, we have to have a special guest appearance by Synergy. So Jerica has her set, and Bring the camera in closer. Jem has hers. So you have 2 sets of Synergy earrings that you can play with. And as I said, this does come with a Jerica set, comes with a nice little scarf. I'm having trouble keeping Jerica's hat on, and that's just because I'm not sure how I want to put it on to stay on. Interestingly, they're both variations of pillbox hats. So maybe in terms of play potential, you wouldn't be able to say use... Actually, you might be able to say that you could use Jerica's ensemble on Poppy. It'll be a little big on Poppy, but that's that longer skirt, that kind of blouse. You could actually get away with that with Poppy. Obviously, Jem's ensemble, you would have to go, and, you know, that's just very 80s flash, so that's only going to work with a doll from the 80s, which is cool. I also want to note Jerica, in a very interesting detail, she has a bracelet that is the darkest purple, if not I'd almost say it's a blue. And I think that's interesting that between the two of them, she's got the darkest piece of jewelry. And that it works with her outfit. It's not necessarily going to work with Jem's, but it's nice that she has that clunky bracelet that we see back and forth between the different integrity lines. And if I can just pull back for a minute and go back to their faces. I will also tell you there's one other accessory which I haven't included yet, but I will now put on Jem. Jem comes with a clutch purse, like so. Again, very 80s. Plastic, like vinyl to imitate faux leather. Fits in the crook of her arm, like so. And the ladies also come with hands. Jerica's set of hands have the French manicure style. These are dialing hands or writing hands. I guess we're gonna have to say, since this is the 80s, just dialing or writing hands, because iPods don't exist yet. The same kind of dialing writing hands exist for Jem. They are also in her shade, which is a darker, it's a fuchsia pink, but it's a matte fuchsia pink. So as always, we get to the part where I say, well, do you get them? Well, folks, here's the deal. The Jem line is coming rapidly to an end. These may be the last 2 dolls, or at least getting to the end, or close to being the last dolls of the series. If you haven't bought any Jem yet, if you've been waiting for a Jem that looks like a Jem from your childhood, this be it. Go ahead and grab them. By the way, the stand's not bad. Here's the stand. Go ahead and grab them and their stands and enjoy them. Enjoy the glamour and glitter, fashion and fame, because Jem, she's truly outrageous, truly, truly, truly outrageous. Whoa, Jem, Jem, the music's contagious, outrageous. Jem is my name, no one else is the same. Jem is my name. Jem. So definitely, if for no other reason than I just sang for you, grab these ladies and enjoy them and enjoy the flashback to the 80s. So for me and for Delilah, who is making a cameo here and there at the earlier part of this video, for Jem and Jerica, for Integrity Toys, for Sunbow Cartoons, enjoy, and I promise the next time you see me, it's not going to be a doll. It is going to be the Remand accessories that I mentioned before. But I wanted just to, as soon as I had these dolls in hand, I did want to review them for you. Enjoy them, love them. I certainly do. And I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.